What happened to your big project? You started strong, you were motivated, focused, you were locked in, and then a few days later, it was gone. Now you're back at zero again, a familiar place. Started strong, ended up not moving forward. This isn't a discipline problem. This is just an issue of momentum, but it's an important point. I'm Dr. July, psychologist translating psychology into straight talk. Let's talk about the frustration that you feel. And here's what it looks like. You finally get going on a project, on a course, or whatever it is that you're trying to take care of. You're consistent for a few days, maybe even for a week. I mean, you're popping along, and then you miss one day. You lose the rhythm. You can't get it back. And just like that, it's over. Now you're sitting there thinking, why do I always do this? How does this always happen? What am I doing? So let's recognize what's happening here. Let's name what it is. Your brain doesn't maintain momentum automatically. It doesn't go on autopilot for that. Most people think consistency is about discipline. This isn't really a discipline issue. It's about continuity of engagement. Once that stops, your brain doesn't just pick that back up. It actually resets. That's why missing one day, it can feel like starting over from zero again. So let's reset this. This is an example of how the ADHD brain is just wired differently. Not broken, just wired differently. ADHD brains don't run on routines alone. They run on active engagement, visible progress, and ongoing stimulation. Now, when that drops, momentum drops with it. So let's look at this practically. How do you actually keep momentum? How do you build it and keep it going? Well, you don't rely on consistency. You protect the engagement. Avoid going down to zero. This is probably the big one. Don't skip a task or important priorities completely. At least do a little bit of something small to stay engaged. That's huge. Underline that one. Even 2 minutes of an activity is better than zero. Even doing something small gives you some momentum. Okay, so that's very important. Number two, lower the restart threshold. Don't try to get back on track fully 100% in one stop. That's too big. Just restart, and reset small. If it's something you got to do, open it, touch it, move it. Just get a little bit done, just enough to remind your brain we're still in this. For example, you have to look at things in terms of number three, making progress visible. Your brain needs to see movement, checklists, tracking, progress markers. I know that doesn't work for everybody, but give it a shot. If you can't see the progress, it's easier to lose motivation. You can start to feel defeated very easily. I remember when I was doing my internship for my psychologist license, I would mark off every day on a calendar, and it was very fulfilling just to put that X every day, one more day toward this long 2-3 year period. But each day I could see on this giant calendar. Very fulfilling to do that. So if you keep falling off after a few days, don't call it inconsistency. Don't come down on yourself in that way. Start seeing it just as a pattern that your brain is doing. Because once you protect momentum, you stop starting over. And that's where we want to be. This isn't a character flaw. You're not broken. Again, this is how ADHD just shows up. I'm Dr. William July. If you want more on some of the ADHD tips, I have a free guide in the bio, and also there's a quick reference booklet that's available from the bio as well. I'll see you back here for more.